Welcome back. My name is Jim Boyle. I'm the principal lawyer in the Boyle Law Firm. If you want to know more about me or my firm, go to my website, jamesfboyle.com. Also, there are down a lot of these forms that I'm talking about are available on the website. If you go to the right-hand side of the page under Do It Yourself, click on that, and you should find these forms there that are available to download. This is a video series on how to prepare your own simple Texas divorce. It is meant for a simple, uncontested divorce, no property, no children. My recommendation, my advice is if it gets any more complicated than that, spend the money, hire a lawyer, have it done right. You are going to need several documents in order to do this yourself. You're going to need the civil cover sheet. We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. You are going to need the original petition for divorce. I've gone through that in the video series. There's also a sample on the website. You're going to need a waiver of citation. That's what we're going to go through in this particular video. You're going to need the state reporting form, the final decree of divorce, and you're going to need your testimony for prove-up. So let's get started. I'm going to pause the video while I bring the document up. Welcome back. What we have here is the waiver of citation. Now, you'll notice that the first thing you see, again, up here is the style of the case. Now, what's going to be different in this style than in your original petition for divorce is you're going to have a cause number up here. And that's because you will have filed your original petition. After you file the original petition, you're going to prepare this waiver of citation. And in this case, in our sample, the wife is filing for divorce. So she will have filed the petition and then prepare this waiver. So up here will go the cause number assigned by the court. Right here where I have my cursor, it's going to be the court number, the 101st court, the 202nd court, the 850th court, whatever court has been assigned to this case, that number will go here. I also have on the website, and there's a video called Step by Step. It's just a simple do this first, do this second, do this next, step by step on how to do this. So that you can go get that and download it, and that'll explain the order in which you do all this, and I'll also explain it in these videos as we go through these videos. So the difference in this style is that it will have the cause number and the number of the court. Also, when you get to the final decree of divorce, in the final decree of divorce, it will also have the cause number and the court number. Now let's look at the actual document. The title of the document is Waiver of Service, could be Waiver of Citation. The first blank is for the husband. He's the one waiving citation. So in this case, you're going to type John Doe's name in here. He's the respondent. The petitioner is the person filing for the divorce. The respondent is the non-filing party. So in this case, it'll be John Doe, respondent, appeared in person, etc., etc. The next paragraph, again, you're going to put the respondent's name in here. It just simply says that he is the person named as the respondent. And then the rest of these paragraphs, I'm not going to read them verbatim. You should have an understanding of what they mean. So I'll go through them quickly here for you. This first one, the husband acknowledges that he's been provided a copy of the original petition for divorce and that he has read it and understands it. What you're going to do is after you file the original petition and you prepare this waiver, you'll give the original petition, the file marked copy of the petition, and the waiver to, in this case, John Doe, the husband. And so he has a petition, and that's when he signs the waiver. Next, there's an allegation here that he understands that in most cases, the rule is that he has to be served with the lawsuit or the petition for divorce. And he states here that he doesn't want to be served with the divorce and that he waives being served with the citation. Next, John Doe waives his appearance in this case. He says, I acknowledge I've been given a copy of the petition. I don't want to be served, and I waive my appearance for all purposes. And there are several waivers contained here. The next one is he waives the making of a record of testimony. Next, he also agrees that the court can take up the divorce without any further notice to him. And that's important because 60 days after the petition's filed, the wife is going to want to go down and make the divorce final. And this is just simply a provision that you don't have to give him any further notices. The next provision here is the non-filing party, the husband in this case, agrees that the case can be taken up by the judge or any associate judge. Finally, on page 2, in this last part, you're going to need to put some information in here. You're going to need a mailing address, a telephone number, last 3 numbers of Social Security number, and the last 3 numbers of the driver's license. Finally, there's an allegation in here that the husband understands that if he changes his address, he has a duty to notify the court. This last part of the document contains the signature blocks. John Doe's name gets typed in here. He's going to sign it. This document needs to be notarized, so he's going to sign it in front of a notary. There's also a provision here for the notary to affirm that the notary is not an attorney in this case. So the waiver is fairly simple. It's on my website. If you go online and look for copies of this document, there's nothing magic about the language in here, really. You might see there are certainly other provisions that can be put in here. For example, you might have a paragraph in there that states that I have signed a final decree of divorce that contains the agreement between my wife and I. There's lots of things that can go in here, and there's nothing magical about this particular form. Next time, in the next video, we're going to start looking at the final decree of divorce. I'll see you then.